A lot of people speculate that the rat could have been Michael Pearson. But what happens if the rat was not one person, but in fact two people, working together, Abigail and John? First, a quick backstory. John was born in 1873 and Abigail was born in 1877. John was the fifth member of the gang when he joined in 1885 at the age of 13, after being rescued by Dutch after he had been caught stealing. Abigail was an orphan who became a part of the gang in 1894 after being introduced by Uncle. She slept with other gang members before ultimately falling in love with John and having a son named Jack. John disappeared when Jack was 1 for about a year before returning to the gang. In this theory, I'll discuss the reasons I think John and Abigail could have possibly been the two rats. Let's start in Chapter 2, Horseshoe Overlook. There are a few incidents in this chapter that suggest Abigail and John could be the rats, such as the mission, A Fisher of Men, where Arthur takes Jack fishing. During the mission, Arthur and Jack run into Agent Ross and Agent Milton.
This.
And what?
This necklace I made.
Necklace?
For Mama.
Sure.
What a fine young man. And in such complex circumstances. Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
Yes, Arthur Morgan. Vanderlyn's most trusted associate. You've read the files. Typical case. Orphaned street kid seduced by that maniac's silver tongue and matures into a degenerate murderer. Agent Milton? Agent Ross. Pinkerton Detective Agency, seconded to the United States government. Nice to finally meet. We know a lot about you.
Do you?
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. There's $5,000 for your head alone.
$5,000? For me? Can I turn myself in?
We want Vanderlyn.
Old Dutch. I haven't seen him for months.
That's so. Because I heard a guy fitting his description robbed a train belonging to Leviticus Cornwall up near Granite Pass.
Oh, ain't that a little old-fashioned nowadays?
Apparently not. Listen. This is my offer, Mr. Morgan. Bring in Vanderlyn, and you have my word you won't swing.
Oh, I ain't gonna swing anyways, Agent,
Milton.
You see, I haven't done anything wrong, aside from not play the games to your rules.
Spare me the philosophy lesson. I've already heard it from Mac Callender.
Mac Callender?
He was pretty shot up by the time I got to him. So really, it was more of a mercy killing. Slow, but merciful.
You enjoy being a rich man's toy, do you?
I enjoy society, flaws and all. You people venerate savagery, and you will die. Savagely, all of you.
Oh, we're all gonna die, Agent.
Some of us sooner than others. Good day, Mr. Morgan.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your fishing, kid, while you still can.
Who are they?
No one to worry about, no one at all. Come on, let's pick up your things and get home.
How did they know they were going to be there at the exact time? Abigail. What could have happened is that Abigail told Milton and Ross where Jack and Arthur were going to be, and to ask Arthur about Dutch and turning him in. Arthur doesn't do that and refuses to turn Dutch in. When he gets back to camp, Abigail asks what happened, as she somehow knows something is wrong, without Arthur indicating anything is.
Getting on.
Great. We caught a fish, and I made you this necklace.
Ain't that pretty? Ain't I the luckiest? Did you thank Uncle Arthur?
No need. We had a good time.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just met some folk. I better go speak with Dutch.
Okay.
Hey, you did real fine, kid.
Thanks.
With many incidents of Abigail saying she is scared and doesn't feel safe in the gang, could this have been a motive to turn into being a rat? Later on in this chapter, John, Arthur, Charles, and Sean perform a train robbery and pouring forth oil for. Suspiciously, during the robbery, the law turns up fast, and in a newspaper it says the police were tipped off by somebody. As John was the one who found the leads and came up with the plan to rob the train, Abigail would have known about it as well. She could have told the Pinkertons. This argument is quite weak though, as she would be putting John in danger, the man she loved so much. So I do think this particular incident was a coincidence. As we move on to Chapter 3, nothing happens that should suggest Abigail and John are the rats, until very late when Jack is kidnapped from the camp. Maybe John or Abigail gave Jack to the Braithwaites, as Jack seemed unfazed and happy when he got back. Wouldn't he be scared and crying if he had just got taken? This part of the theory is very weak though and doesn't add up, as I don't think Abigail will give Jack to anybody under any circumstances, and both seem shocked and scared to hear that Jack is missing. Since Abigail used to sleep with a lot of men, maybe she could have given Milton something else for his help. In Chapter 4, in the final mission, Banking the American Art, the gang planned to rob the city bank of Saint Denis, with Abigail and Hosea creating a distraction. The distraction somehow goes wrong, and Hosea and Abigail are captured. Interestingly enough, Abigail escapes and gets away, with every other gang member that gets caught being killed, like Lenny and Hosea. John is the only one that gets captured and is not killed. This is when other gang members become suspicious of John, notably Dutch, Micah, and Bill.
So what happened with John in that bank?
He survived. Unlike dear Hosea and Lenny. The only one they took alive. Why is that, you think?
I don't know. I was already on the roof. I didn't see it.
And Abigail, I presume she was able to slip away in time.
What are you talking about?
You know, when I look back at all the chaos of the past few weeks, the apparent superficial chaos, I begin to wonder, maybe, for somebody, this is all going exactly to plan.
Still ain't sure what you're saying, Dutch.
Nor am I, quite, but that many Pinkertons arriving like clockwork once again? That must have taken days to organize. Maybe there's a maggot in the apple.
In the second last mission, Our Best Selves, John gets shot and falls off the train. Could this be part of the plan? You understand why I say that in a moment. After that mission, the gang finds out that Abigail has been kidnapped by the Pinkertons. Could Abigail and John have made a bargain with the Pinkertons for her to be bait for the Vanderlyn gang to come in, to save her, for the Pinkertons to kill them all and let Abigail, John, and Jack go free? Abigail and John might have met at Beaver's Hollow, and after that Abigail would have used the key she had stolen to provide them with all the money of the gang's savings, so they could start a new life. When only Arthur and Sadie only come to get her, she can't bring herself to watch Arthur be killed, and gets her tired hands out of the ropes quite easily to grab the gun and shoot Milton, which makes it even more suspicious that she wasn't gagged and clearly wasn't tied up too tight. She then realizes her mistake and how things could have went different for her as she gives Arthur the key. When she cries, she might be crying that her plan for a normal life has failed. My final question is, why did the Pinkertons go straight to John and Red Dead Redemption? Did they have a past history working together? And wanted John to finish what he and his wife started in Red Dead Redemption 2? Could there have been two rats, with both of those rats working together, Abigail and John? Please leave your opinions to this theory in the comments below.